Welcome to Victor K Inspirations, where you think better so that you can live better. To this present generation, many things are considered old-fashioned, including principles that have stood the test of time. One of the most popular expressions today is, "Things have changed." Indeed, things have changed. Many things that exist today were unheard of 20 or 30 years ago. But an important question remains. Have the principles changed? Are they no longer useful for this generation? Or is it possible that while times have changed, the consequences of ignoring timeless principles have not? Could it be that many of the pains, disappointments, and regrets we see today are not because the principles failed, but because we abandoned them? After all, a man who ignores principles is like a city without walls, vulnerable to avoidable mistakes, needless regrets, and easily overcome. Perhaps the real problem is not that timeless principles no longer work, but that many people no longer live by them. Now let's get into the story. Angela was a young lady raised in a Christian home. She was fair, beautiful, and intelligent, qualities that attracted many admirers. From childhood, she had always been loved by people. She was also sincere, because she had been raised in an environment where people could generally be trusted. She was slow to suspect that someone might have hidden motives or seek to take advantage of her. From her secondary school days until her final year at the university, Angela paid little attention to relationships because she saw them as a distraction. Yet many young men, including Christians, kept expressing interest in her. After all, who doesn't like good things? It was during her final year that she decided to give one of the brothers in her fellowship a chance, because she believed she was mature enough to begin preparing for marriage. The brother was Samson, one of the leaders in the fellowship. Angela respected him because she saw him as a godly and responsible young man. One day, Samson shared his intentions with her.
I have prayed about this for some time. I believe God is leading me to marry you. I would like us to begin a relationship with marriage in view.
Angela was happy, but she didn't answer immediately. She prayed about it and, after some time, became convinced that Samson was the right person to begin the journey with. When she eventually accepted his proposal, Samson thanked her and said,
There is just one thing I would like us to agree on.
"What is that?" Angela asked.
I don't want anyone in the fellowship, or even our families, to know about our relationship for now. Let's keep it between ourselves until we are ready for marriage.
Angela was surprised. Why should we keep it a secret?
I'm still a student and not financially ready. Once people know, they will begin to ask questions and put us under unnecessary pressure. When the time is right, we'll let everyone know.
What about our parents? Angela asked again.
There is no need to involve them yet. When I'm ready, I'll meet them properly.
The explanation sounded reasonable. Besides, Angela had no reason to doubt someone she believed was sincere and godly. Although she wasn't completely comfortable with the idea, she pushed the feeling aside and agreed. As two people preparing for marriage, they communicated frequently and spent more time together. They often met in solitary places to talk, pray, and discuss their future. Their friendship grew deeper, and so did their affection for each other. Whenever they met, they would part with a warm hug. In fellowship, however, they behaved as though nothing was going on between them. One day, while they were saying goodbye, Samson gently kissed Angela on the forehead. She immediately looked at him. "Samson, I don't think this is right."
I'm sorry. It wasn't planned. I just became emotional. Please forgive me.
Angela accepted his apology. After all, she believed they were both trying to honor God. Several times, she thought about telling her parents about the relationship. In fact, When they visited her during her final year on their way to a program, she wanted Samson to meet them. But Samson politely excused himself.
It isn't necessary for now. I'm still in school. I want to meet them when I'm fully ready.
Once again, Angela accepted his explanation. After writing their final examinations, Angela completed her clearance and was preparing to return home. The thought of staying far apart for a long time made both of them emotional. A few days before she left, Samson made a suggestion.
I've been thinking, before you travel, why don't we spend some time together? Just the two of us.
Where? Angela asked.
I've booked a hotel room.
Angela was startled. A hotel? Samson, I don't think that's a good idea.
Relax. We are not going there to do anything wrong. We just want to spend time together without distractions. Besides, we are already preparing for marriage.
Angela still looked uneasy. But why a hotel?
So we can have privacy. We'll talk, pray, eat together, and celebrate what God has started. I promise you nothing will get out of hand.
Initially, Angela declined. At least, she still had the fear of God, but Samson continued to reassure her.
We are going to get married anyway. There is nothing wrong with adding a little romance to our beautiful relationship. After all, we've already promised ourselves to each other.
The argument sounded convincing. Angela convinced herself that since they both feared God, nothing would go wrong. Eventually, she agreed. They spent the day talking, laughing, praying, and enjoying each other's company. But as time passed, emotions became stronger than their promises. What started as a little romance gradually crossed boundaries neither of them intended to cross. Samson could no longer keep his promise that nothing would happen, and Angela, overwhelmed by emotion, could no longer control herself. A few weeks later, Angela's mother began to notice changes in her body. Concerned, she took her to the hospital for some tests. The result came as a terrible shock. Angela was pregnant. She couldn't believe it. She never imagined that a single act of sexual intimacy could result in pregnancy. But sometimes, life doesn't have to fit our expectations. It follows the consequences of our actions. Angela's hands trembled as she picked up her phone. She called Samson several times before he finally answered. Samson, I'm pregnant. There was silence on the other end. Finally, he spoke.
Are you sure?
Yes, the hospital confirmed it. For a few moments, neither of them said anything. Then Samson broke the silence.
I think the best thing is to abort the pregnancy. We are not ready to become parents.
Angela was shocked. Abortion? Samson, how can you suggest that? We agreed to marry each other.
I know, but look at our situation. Neither of us has a job yet. If this pregnancy is kept, everything we've planned will be ruined.
Angela ended the call in tears. Unfortunately for Samson, Angela's parents were already aware of the pregnancy and would never consent to an abortion. Besides, Angela knew it was wrong before God. As the weeks passed, her tummy became more visible, and so did the shame she had tried to hide. News began to spread. People who had never imagined Angela could become pregnant outside marriage were shocked. Questions came from every direction. Who is responsible? How did this happen? What really went wrong? The relationship they had carefully hidden from everyone suddenly became the discussion of everyone. Their secret love had become a public scandal. Angela kept reaching out to Samson, hoping he would keep his promise and stand by her. At first, he stopped answering her calls as often as before. Then he began giving excuses.
I'm trying to sort things out. Just give me a little more time. Everything will be fine.
Gradually, he became unreachable. One day, Angela discovered that Samson had blocked her calls and messages. He disappeared without even completing his clearance, and left her to face the consequences alone.
A relationship that is intended to lead to marriage is too important to be built on secrecy. Angela's first mistake was not going to the hotel. Her first mistake was agreeing to a relationship that had no witnesses. The secrecy created an environment where no one could ask questions, offer counsel, notice unhealthy patterns, or correct them before things got out of hand. A relationship that cannot stand before responsible witnesses is often too weak to withstand temptations. Many people claim they are in a relationship that is intended to lead to marriage. Yet no one who genuinely cares about them knows anything about it. They call it privacy, but sometimes what we call privacy is simply the absence of accountability. Any responsible person who genuinely intends to marry you should be willing to meet your parents, pastor, mentor, or other trusted leaders. Honorable intentions do not fear accountability. This does not mean you must announce your relationship to the whole world or post it on social media. Wisdom and discretion are still important. However, every serious relationship should have responsible people who know about it. They can pray with you, offer counsel, ask difficult questions, observe unhealthy patterns, and lovingly correct you when necessary. Moreover, it demonstrates the person's willingness to take responsibility for the outcome of the relationship. It shows that they are not merely making promises, but are prepared to stand by their commitment and be held accountable for it. One of the greatest blessings of accountability is that it often prevents little compromises from becoming lifelong regrets. Secret love may appear exciting for a while, but when a relationship lacks witnesses, there is often no one to stop two sincere people from gradually crossing boundaries they never intended to cross. And sadly, what begins as secret love often ends in public scandal. So let me ask you, are you in a relationship? Has someone promised to marry you? Are they willing to meet your parents, your pastor, your mentor, or other responsible people in your life? Or are they constantly giving reasons why no one should know about the relationship? If a relationship that is supposed to lead to marriage must remain hidden from everyone who can hold both of you accountable, then you should prayerfully ask yourself why. Love is beautiful, but a relationship that is intended to lead to marriage should not lack witnesses.
Thank you for watching. If this video has blessed or challenged you, please like, share, and subscribe to Victor K Inspirations for more inspiring stories and life-changing lessons. Be sure to check out other videos on the channel. Anointed by God, Rejected by Ladies, Parts 1 and 2. Beautiful for Friendship, Ladies in Relationships, Say Yes, and Reaching a Milestone. You won't regret watching them. Part 3 of Anointed by God, Rejected by Ladies is coming soon, along with many more enriching and inspiring contents. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. God bless you.